If music is the universal language of mankind, George Sidney is certainly a man who speaks everybody's language. Director not only of Annie Get Your Gun, but also such big musical successes as The Harvey Girls and Anchors Away. This salute to National Week would not be complete without him. George Sidney. George, with all those hits to your credit, I'd say you've had quite a hand in the contribution of show business to American music.
Louis, as George M. Calhern once said, give me the making of the songs of the nation, and I care not who makes its laws.
Oh, that's very good. That's very clever.
I didn't know it was that amusing, Betty.
Oh, well, maybe it isn't, but you being the director of the picture, I thought I'd play it safe.
Yes. You know, after all, you might want to use her for a sequel.
I don't want to delude anyone, Betty. The director isn't the only one responsible for a motion picture. I know when I was directing Annie, every day my head was in Mr. Mayer's office. Dory Sherry would have one arm. Arthur Freed would have the other arm. Dorothy Fields, who collaborated on the book, would have my ear.
Gosh, with your head, your arms, and an ear gone, that didn't leave you much to work with.
But you came through anyway. Gad, George, I'm proud of you.
You know, George, it's always amazed me how you can go from directing one big action scene in a picture like Annie to romantic scenes.
Louis, when you're directing Betty Hutton, it's practically the same thing. Betty, you know your romantic scenes have an exciting, a breathless quality.
Oh, I've always been that way. See, I remember the very first time I kissed a boy. Even then I was breathless.
You were?
Well, Natch, I had to chase him 8 blocks.
That's a very interesting approach. How do you explain it?
Well, as Irving Berlin put it, it's just a matter of doing what comes naturally. Folks are dumb where I come from. They ain't had any learning. Still they're happy as can be, doing what comes naturally. Folks like us could never fuss with schools and books and learning. Still we've gone from A to Z, doing what comes naturally.
Doing what comes naturally.
You don't have to know how to read or write when you're out with a feller in the pale moonlight. You don't have to look in a book to find what he thinks of the moon and what is on his mind. That comes naturally.
That comes naturally.
My uncle out in Texas can't even write his name. He signs checks with X's, but they cash him just the same. Uncle Ben got angry when they caught him stealing chicken. I'm within my rights, said he, doing what comes naturally.
Doing what comes naturally.
Uncle Jed has never read an almanac on drinking. Still, he's always on a spree, doing what comes naturally.
Doing what comes naturally.
Sister Sal, whose muse a cow, has never had a lesson. Still, she's learned to sing off key, doing what comes naturally.
Doing what comes naturally.
You don't have to go to a private school not to pick up a penny near a stubborn mule. You don't have to have a professor's dome not to go for the honey when the bee's at home. That comes naturally.
That comes naturally.
My uncle don't pay taxes. His address never gives. They can't collect his taxes, for they don't know where he lives. Grandma Dick was always sick, but never saw a doctor. He just died at 93, doing what comes naturally.
Doing what comes naturally.
Doing what comes naturally.
That was wonderful, Betty. You know, on Broadway, when a show has almost come to its final curtain, it's customary for the star to step up to the footlights and reprise the hit tunes while everybody else cries, author, author. I think we've just about reached that point tonight.
Yes, but what about this author?
Well, Betty, we're on a two-way hookup with New York, and I know Irving Berlin is on the other end, so why don't you suggest something?
Oh, all right. Irving, have you 10 or 20,000 words ready on Annie Get Your Gun?
Well, Betty, as you know, Annie Get Your Gun is very close to me. I had a wonderful time writing the score for the show. The stage production has been a tremendous success. As a matter of fact, 2 companies played in America, 3 in England, 1 in Australia. Several companies are playing in Scandinavia, and just recently, a French Annie opened in Paris and is a terrific success. Naturally, I was concerned about the picture version. Well, I'm just thrilled with it. I think it is the best job of transferring a Broadway musical to the screen that has ever been done. And there have been values added in the picture version that we couldn't get on the stage. It's difficult to enumerate the many people who made the stage version of Annie Get Your Gun possible, and the great many who worked on the picture version. So congratulations to everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Berlin. And now the final curtain on the magnificent score that marks Broadway and Hollywood's current contribution to American music, the music from Annie Get Your Gun, brought so thrillingly to life on the screen by Betty Hutton and Howard Keel.
It's wonderful, so they say. And with the moon up above, it's wonderful. It's wonderful, so they tell me. Recall who said it. I know I never read it. I only know they tell me that love is grand, and the thing that's known as romance is
until you'll be appearing. Every bit of nervousness is gone. Send the soundless music to your hearing, to hear the cheering when you come on.
There's no people like show people. They smile when they are low. How I wish the folks at home could only see what's come to Annie, how proud they'd be. Get paid for doing what comes naturally. Let's go on with the show.
This has been a special NBC salute to show business and its contribution to American music from Broadway to Hollywood. Portions were transcribed. Presented in conjunction with National Music Week, the program starred Betty Hutton, Howard Keel, Louis Calhern, Keenan Wynn, Arthur Freed, George Sidney, and Irving Berlin. It was produced by Warren Lewis, directed by Robert Packham, coordinated by Les Peterson, and written by Ed Helwig. Music was under the direction of Robert Armbruster. Betty Hutton appeared by arrangement with Paramount Pictures and can soon be seen co-starring with Fred Astaire in the Paramount production Let's Dance. Your announcer has been Frank Barton. This is America's #1 advertising medium, NBC.